everybody, and welcome. This is the Coffee with Jay. I hope you guys are doing great. Please do kindly consider subscribing to this channel. I promise you're gonna love it here. And also make sure to press your like buttons. So we hear that Mommy Club's Nozipho Ntsangase's husband Zola Ntshangase has successfully wedded his second wife, Miss Misoguhle Nomsheshe, as he calls her. As you can see on the pictures, it seems like they had their traditional ceremony. I don't even know what they were doing holding the Bible, because I don't see this thing being blessed in any way whatsoever, especially considering how the whole relationship came about. A family had to be destroyed, a covenant broken for the relationship to thrive. Anyway, we did see that Zola was highly defending this girl Misoguhle by the statement that he released to say that hands off Misoguhle, because he is continuing asking for her hand in marriage whether people liked it or not. And by people, I guess he meant his wife Nozipho, whom I feel very sorry for at this moment. Now, I don't know if this girl Misoguhle knows exactly what she's getting herself into. I mean, getting married to a man with 8 kids, about maybe 5 different baby mamas, and you think that's not a problem. Girl, I don't know what you're getting yourself into. And at that moment, Misoguhle is a virgin. She has obviously not been married before, and I don't know how she's gonna handle the whole dynamic of taking care of all of these kids, because obviously as the new wife, you have to assume the role as the second mother, and I don't know how she's going to do it, really. I really don't know. And she's obviously going to be looking forward to having kids of her own. Honestly, looking at this whole Zola and Nozipho situation, the signs were always there from the start, guys. Remember when Nozipho spoke about the fact that Zola had 3 kids from 3 different mamas, baby mamas, and did not disclose this information to her when they started dating? Was that not a red flag? She should have seen that this man was trouble from the start. She said when they got married, there were already 4 kids in the picture, and he said nothing about that. She only had to find out after she took one of the kids to the hospital and saw that there were other dependents on his medical aid. I do feel sorry for Nozipho, and I hope she picks up the pieces gracefully. She has mentioned the fact that she refused to be the first wife, as Zola wanted to have 2 wives. She said she'd rather leave the marriage completely and leave Misoguhle for Zola.
And he was turning 25 that year. And so when I met him, when I do the maths, my son Pele was 1 year. And Lizwe was a month old when I met him. Yeah. And then Kolwani, the girl, my daughter, was still in her mommy's tummy, but I didn't know.
Oh, wow.
She was
That's
born
Coco.
in... Yes, that's Coco.
Oh, cover though.
So the 3 kids. So he gets sick. Okay, this is the story. He gets sick. I was driving in varsity, so I had a car, and he gets sick nami, and I take him to hospital. Mangifika esibhedlela entabeni ngiyafika medical aid dude hayibo inama dependent awu-2. I'm like, what? This child at the time, Kushukutuliza was 6 months. I'm like, you have... So I had to wait for him, and then he gets better. I'm like, you have a 6-month-old child?
Like, how do you hide that?
Billy was 18 months when I found out. Like, it was bad. You know, I was just like, no, I can't. It's too early. I don't think Kusu ended his into which is the mother of the 6-month-old. And I don't know, somehow we
got back together.
We got back together. No one was married to anyone, and he just promised to, you know, it was over. But you know how they are. And then years later, I found there's a Coco in the picture. Now Coco is what, maybe 3 years or 4 years? Yeah.
Wow. Nozipho?
Yeah.
Drama.
Girl, I promise you.
Drama follows you.
Drama follows you. Like, you discover the 2, right? And obviously you didn't know about the 2, and you are okay. Okay, you break up, but obviously you come back together again. Yeah. And then you discover the 3rd one.
So sis cruiser nicely, man. Siya cruise emjolweni asikakashadi sisajola, but fatin said the 4 boys. In fact, it was my friend's wedding that Saturday. You know how girls are trying to think about my phone and ngeni message thizeni angazi ngane in ngathi ayibo
Ngicela
homeboy
ukuyi-check-a le.
hayibo angekulunge ovuke.
Yes, what is this?
We went to the wedding fine. That Monday, I drove to Coco's hometown. It was far, far, far.
You lie.
And I drove, and he said he doesn't know whether it's his child. So I went.
Well, that's an old trick.
Yeah.
in
So
the
I
book,
said,
yeah.
I said to him, listen, worst case scenario, it is yours. We are okay. Siyadla siyasuta. Why would another child sit ingadli?
Yo.
You know, we don't know how she is, whether it's yours or not. Then why do you not want to know what
At least, yeah.
this is the family as you. So for every little corner you turn it, how I'm always, that was my person everywhere. Like that community for me it's a huge, even now I'm trying to move back to KZN, but I'm struggling to make the decision between Maritzburg, where my kids go to school, and Durban. And I'm like, hey, I think Durban, because a lot of things are a big reminder of what was. And, you know, I'm still trying to navigate life right now and not be reminded of, you know, of what was, and trying to forge ahead with what the future looks like for me, you know. So I'm trying to create new memories and a new, what do you call this, routine.
I hear you. I hear you.